Dude, what it do? It's your boy out here, and God is good. Today was a great trading day. Honestly, had a rough morning this morning. I try to be brutally honest with you guys because I want you guys to follow my journey, man. I want you guys to know that no matter what we go through in life, we're gonna make it. And if you came on this YouTube channel, I ain't selling you no course, man. I'm not selling you a course. I'm just showing you what I do. I'm not a financial guru, but I have had some success in this, and I'm not nowhere perfect. I never will be, and that's what I try to be brutally honest. I know a lot of YouTubers around here lying to you guys. Oh, every trade's great. It's not every trade is great. Trading is not easy, and it's all about trusting your strategy, trusting God. And this morning I prayed, man. I was like, God, I'm not feeling very good this morning. I had a lot of stuff happen with family, and today's trade was great. Nonetheless, I trusted my plan, my strategy. I trusted God, and the strategy worked out very, very well. If you include God in your trades, it's helped me tremendously, man. But we're gonna go over my strategy, and I'm telling you, God showed me the strategy. I've been trading for over a year now, and all of a sudden I started really backtesting this one thing I've been feeling in my heart. I keep on watching the market over and over again, and I found this 15-minute strategy, man. It's been consistently working for a long time now, and you can go back on my videos and watch and see what I've done so far. But I'm gonna show you guys what happened today. So this was a pretty good trading day, man. I was kind of worried just because I had a rough morning. I was mentally not really the greatest this morning, but at the end of the day, it still worked out great. So I did a 15-minute orb strategy. That's what I've been trading for a long time. Basically, what I do is I take a higher high, a lower low, and I trade based off of that. It makes your strategy so much easier. It makes making the trade so much easier. When you don't have to really second guess your decisions, right? I always wait for a certain confluences, and once those confluences are there, I make my trade, okay? So this morning, number one, if you are new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button. That's all I ask. Subscribe and like. I don't need no money from you guys. Just want to subscribe and like. It helps these videos out. But yeah, make sure to do that. But so here we go. We started at 9:30. I always start at 9:30 New York Stock Exchange. New York time. What I should say, not New York. I guess it is New York Stock Exchange, but New York time, whatever. And I wait till 9:45. That's when I make my trades, okay? 9:45 to 10:30. Today was a little bit later than normal just because it didn't close out when I wanted it to. So what we wait for is we wait for a closure on either the higher high or the lower low on a 5-minute candle. So as you guys can see, we have the 15-minute candles here. Each candle represents 15 minutes. So 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. As you guys can see the times too. So 10:45, 10:30, 10:15, 10, 9:45, etc. right? This morning was kind of slow, okay? So we have a lower low right here, higher high right here of that 15-minute candle from 9:30 to 9:45. Then what I do is I change over to a 5-minute, okay? And this is on the NASDAQ. I do not trade anything else, okay? So I don't know, I know this strategy works from what I've heard in other stocks, but at the end of the day, do not take me on that. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I've just shown you guys what an idiot like me does, right? And do not listen to my advice. But what I do is I wait for a closure, okay? So what you guys can see right here, right? And I was watching this, I was in this trade, obviously. So I saw a closure above the 5-minute. It was by an inch, dude, like not even, all right? So if you move it down a little bit, it's where it was. We saw a closure over this, just by a little bit. If you're gonna zoom in a little bit, you guys can see there was a closure. If I can move this down a little bit, right here. There's a closure right there. At that point, what I do is I wait for a 5-minute candle after to show me what's gonna happen fully, okay? So what I did, I can actually show you guys. I did record that as well today, so I'll show you guys pretty much where I entered. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I entered somewhere around there. I think I waited, I think it was like 5:33-ish or something that I entered at, somewhere around there. Basically what I did though is I wanted to make sure I always wait after this candle to see what happens with this second candle after the closure. So once we see the engulfing candle, you don't want to see a liquidity grab. That's why I tell you have to wait for the end of the 5 minutes on the closure and after the closure, okay? So this is on the closure, right? We have the closure, we see an engulfing candle above this higher high, right? So that means, okay, we're most likely gonna be moving up. That does not mean that it's going to move up, okay? Because we could have this candle come on and blow down and completely go and hit this lower low down here. We wouldn't know until we wait. So I waited and I saw that the market was doing sometimes what it does where it's just a consistent like uptrend. That's pretty much what I was seeing. I waited for this candle to make its move. Didn't really make much of a move, went down a little bit, went back up, went down a little bit, went back up. So I jumped in at 5:33 or somewhere around there. You guys will see it. I think it was like 5:33-ish, somewhere around there, and I held. I held all the way up until I think I put my take profit at like 1,300. Again, I move things based off the market. If I know dang well the market's not really moving up very fast, I think I took like $1,000 on this trade rather than the 1,300 I was going to take originally. Again, I'm not perfect at it. I go with what I see. Genuinely, that's what I do. I was holding today. I did a good job holding. The trade was good. You know, I do a 750 stop loss normally. Sometimes I'll do a little bit higher depending on, you know, what I want to do. I guess how the trade is. You know, if it's very volatile, I'll go a little bit higher. But I did 750 if I remember right today, somewhere around there. On one of the accounts, and then I told you I have one that has a higher number and one has a lower number, so I'm just kind of letting the lower one run. But I did take $1,000 take profit on both of those today, which is great. I don't need anything more than that. Like, that's the whole thing. A lot of people come on here, oh, I need $3,000. Move your way up slow, man. That's what I'm doing. You know, if you can build your account from your funded account from 50 to 75,000 within a couple months, it's way better off than going in and trying to make $5,000 of profit a day and blowing your whole account. You know, I'd rather move up slowly and then, you know, move up from that one contract to two contracts, you know, as we go. That's kind of where I'm at. And that's why I try to be as reasonably, you know, just as honest as I can with you guys and show you guys, hey, this strategy works, man. You know, it doesn't work every single day, but it works 80% of the time. You know, there's been times where I get stomped out because, again, I don't wait for that second candle sometimes. And like, that's where, you know, the FOMO comes in, psychology of trading. You know, and like even today, when it started to head downwards, right, when I thought I was going to lose, I sat and thought about it, right? I was like, okay, well, just because it's going down on the hour, I think you guys will see that I switched to the hour standpoint just to see what the trade was telling me, and we were still in for a go. We were in for an up, okay? So like we have to look at the overall stance of things rather than just going based off our psychology. Our psychology will stomp us out every time. You know, if you see it going into the negatives, oh, ow, 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 just hold it. You know what I mean? Let your trade play itself out. If you lose, like you guys see in my previous videos, I'm honest with you guys, I've lost 500, I've lost 1,000, I've lost 2,000 before. I've lost money, okay? It's gonna happen. But it's about trusting your strategy, trusting God, you know, in the process of things. Hey, you know what, God, let this trade be yours. If he doesn't want me to win, he doesn't want me to win. If I win, great. He showed me the strategy, it's been working consistently. I cannot thank him enough. That's why I try to include, you know, him in all of my trades, you know, because it really does help me out a lot. Just letting him kind of, it helps me have more faith in my trade, right? And I already have as much faith that I can in him, so I let him handle the trades for me. But today was great, $1,000, cannot thank him enough, and I hope that you guys can learn something from this, man. Test this out, back test this trade. Again, don't take my advice though, you know, use your fake money, use your demo accounts, you know, do whatever you want to do. If you want to try another strategy, you can. I just felt like this one was the most easiest for me so far, man. You know, it's been months of profitability rather than what I used to trade like support or resistance or just like, oh, liquidity, I'm gonna just jump in at any moment. This helps me with my entries, this helps me with everything, you know, and it helps me so I don't have as much losses that I do wins. And we want big wins, we want small losses is what we want overall. Or just like, you know, if we can make more wins than we do losses, either or. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash that like button, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know, we're gonna be documenting this journey every single day, man, showing you guys my trades, and let's make some damn money together. Let's get rich, let's praise God together. That's what we gonna do. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.